Hi friends! How are you doing? I hope you're well. I hope that you're having a good one, whatever it is, wherever you are. I hope it is abso-bloomin'-lutely, I hope it's absolutely lovely. So, if you couldn't tell by my new surroundings, I have a new apartment. That apartment is located in Seattle, because I moved across the country. I was able to finish my road trip. We arrived here on the 19th, and that's kind of what I'm putting as like my official move-in day to Seattle. I freaking love it. I'm obviously like, I'm experiencing a lot of feelings because I'm in this like brand new city that is like so far away from everything that I've ever known, everyone I've ever known. It's just weird for me because, I mean, there are some people back in Texas that I've been friends with for over a decade now. They know who they are, or almost a decade. Even if we weren't in the same city, we were only like, 2.5 hours away from each other. But I don't have that anymore, so it's weird. But it's also exciting because it gives me a chance to make new friends and make new connections. But the thing about not being in college or not being in school and trying to make friends is that it's very weird and tricky. Of course you have work friends and you develop those relationships, but you have to make such like an active effort to bring those friendships out of the workplace and just sort of like make them like just personal friendships as opposed to like colleague friendships, which is such a weird concept because the thing about being in college and especially being in especially being a theater major is that like you're around the same people day after day after day, and like you are in rehearsals and you're in classes and everything, and these things just sort of like foster themselves. Well, actually, I suppose it's not unlike a work environment, but it's just a different vibe. It's really hard to articulate, but I hope you understand what I mean. So June is my birthday month. My birthday is on June 8th, and I'm going to be turning 23 years old. Which isn't that old, but of course in my brain I'm like, no, you're so old. I'm really not. I'm still very, very young. But it's just kind of weird now because it's coincided so well with me starting this new chapter in my life, and so I'm kind of like, okay. The feeling that I have in my brain now, sort of like that kind of overrides everything else, is like, this is it. In the sense that Seattle and like my eventual move, even before I knew I was moving to Seattle, I knew that I would be moving out of Texas. And so basically everything since graduation has been me like, oh, when I move, I'll do that. Or when I move, I'll take care of that. Or I'll start that when I move. I'll start that like after blah, blah, blah. And after I decided on Seattle, I was like, oh, well, when I get to Seattle, I'll do this and this and this and that and that. But I'm in Seattle now. So I don't really have any excuses to not bring to fruition all the things that are rumbling around in my brain. So, like I said in my bullet journal video, I'm trying to make June a very like introspective, thoughtful month, but not only introspective in the sense where I spend a lot of time thinking, but I also want to spend a lot of time doing, hello Mr. Plane, but where I also spend a lot of time like actioning the things I want to do. I'm also reading this book, How to Get Your Shit Together by Sarah Knight, which is awesome. I love it to bits. It's so helpful because it's very concrete in its advice. It's not like kind of wishy-washy or just like little like phrases to live by. She like gives you a system on how to get your shit together. And I'm like, that's what I'm about. Tell me what to do, because I don't know what to do. So someone help me. And I guess I'm just trying to figure out like how I can, by this time next year, I want to be self-employed. Because it's scary, like, because that's something that I want. I would love to be self-employed. I would love to have my own business and like work for myself, but I know that being a freelancer or being self-employed or working from home and stuff like that takes a lot of discipline, and it takes a lot of willpower, and it takes a lot of like adhering to your own obligations or adhering to your own like standards and expectations that you set for yourself. And I'm very good at adhering to external expectations. I'm not so good at adhering to internal ones. I'm hoping that maybe this June I can kind of turn that around, and I can be the type of person who owns her own business, because that's always been a bit of a sorry for all the air traffic we're getting today. What are y'all up to? Okay, so I'm hoping that maybe June can be the month where I sort of turn everything around and I really start blossoming into the vision of myself that I have been seeing for so long in my brain. I would just love to get to a place where I'm just like constantly creating stuff. Like that would be so amazing. And I know that I can get there. Like I know it's tangible. I just know that it's going to take hard work. But I know to also not be scared of the hard work because I know that it's worth it. And I also know that if you can find the divinity and the beauty and the grace in the mundanity, then you will have no trouble finding as such at the top of the mountain, which is something that Pastor Rob Bell said in a podcast that he does with Elizabeth Gilbert called Magic Lessons. I will also leave that in the doobly-doo. I know that this is like super disjointed and it's all over the place, but it feels like I'm standing on the threshold of the rest of my life. Which I am, which we always are, but it's never felt quite as acute as it does right now, and as a result, I'm just trying to process all those feelings. I'm trying my best, and I'm trying to remind myself that I am capable, and I am possible, and I deserve good things. And you deserve good things. We deserve the world. We deserve all the good things of the world. I'm just trying really hard to be as kind to myself and as kind to others and as kind to the world as I possibly can right now, because I think that obviously we need that right now. So, you know, like do no harm, be nice to nice, but also don't take shit. Don't take any bullshit. Don't take the bullshit that other people deal you. Don't take the bullshit that you deal yourself. Like, don't put up with that stuff. Call that out. Do no harm, but take no shit. Be aggressively kind, I suppose. Okay. Oh, there's so many thoughts in my brain. But we'll keep chatting and we'll keep exploring. So it's gonna be good. Cool. I love you. I hope you're well. And I'm sure we'll talk soon. Okay? Cool. Alright. Stay brilliant. Bye. Also, dude, 4K baby. Look at that sweet 24 frames per second. Oh, yes.